good afternoon, or evening, or morning, wherever you are, whenever you are. And welcome to episode 14 of 3 Degens and a Normie, where we force our Normie friend to watch anime and talk about it. I'm Steven.
I'm Eugene.
I'm Jordan.
And I'm Candace.
The Normie. Yeah, we're
Hello.
people know this by now, probably. If 14 is the first episode you've tuned into, you're lucky because I got a new webcam, so I don't look like trash anymore. Although actually, the old webcam was probably better because I was so pixelated you couldn't tell like all of the terrible features of my face.
Yeah,
it's
I can
fine.
see the pores in your skin.
And see the pores on my nose, and it's like, yeah, look at those blackheads. Damn.
High quality.
High quality. The price of quality. So this week we watched.
Hold on. Can you move your mic a little
you're
bit
a
away?
little loud.
You're
You are
popping.
so
Am I
loud,
popping?
man.
You're mega
Oh, yeah.
popping.
My new mic's coming in next week.
Hey,
We're making
let's
upgrades. We're all
Mhm.
upgrading.
Let's go.
All around.
I know, right? With all that infinite money I have coming in.
You're an
Hey.
influencer now.
Yeah.
We're all
God, can you
influencers.
imagine me
now.
being what would I be an influencer
Influence
for?
each
Like,
other.
I feel like
For
the only
anime.
company that would hire me to like influence would be like Mr. Christie's, so I could just eat Oreos and be like, they're like, oh, that fat guy's eating Oreos, so they must be good.
I mean,
I don't
would you
think
not want to
Oreos
be
need
sponsored
that
by
much.
Oreos?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oreos
see-
really don't need that in extra
Yeah,
advertising.
They're good.
They're pretty much
you know?
fine.
Hey,
Maybe like a
marketing is
local
always
restaurant.
important.
Maybe a local
Yeah.
restaurant. You know, that'd be
Keep
fun.
seeing
Eh?
Macaroni's tail behind you.
I know. She
All right, Steven, what anime are we watching
All
this
right,
week?
so this week we watched 3 episodes,
Precious Bee.
one each from a different anime. The first thing we watched was episode 1 of one of the greatest anime of all time, an instant classic, Vandread.
I don't know about that.
The throwback.
really high
when that
quality.
started
10 out of
up
10.
was so good.
Then we watched episode 8 of Ouran High School Host Club, Bring It Back, which is the infamous beach episode.
I'm
Well,
sorry
it's
if you can
infamous,
hear
it's just the
crinkling.
beach episode. Is that macaroni?
Yeah, this is macaroni. I put tinfoil because they're so scared of it, like under the tree, and she just
Oh, no,
like
she probably loves
stomps on it. Oh yeah, she loves
It's
it.
like hee hee hee, I'm making noise.
Yeah.
And then we watched episode 9 of Takt.Op Destiny today, so it's a lot of spice going on in one day.
Good stuff.
Good,
Speaking
not
of
bad.
spice, Jordan, you want to
Let's go.
give a synopsis of this? Oh, show off your nails,
Alright.
Jordan. Show off your nails.
Ooh, I got new nails. They got snacks on them. It's
I
cool.
love Chico.
I'm bad at showing off my nails. Beauty. Okay.
What
Anyways,
was that?
I was like,
Wow.
Usually you're like
You gotta hold them for like more than a couple
there you
seconds.
go.
There you go.
Look
at that, so cool.
high quality.
Wow.
For people who are just
Wow.
listening, they're lime green and one black one after like Shigo from Kim Possible. My cat just knocked
Yes.
a bauble off my tree.
Nice. Okay, so synopsis of Vandread. It's set in a universe where humans have colonized the galaxy, and in one star system, men and women are completely segregated, causing the gender war to be more than just a metaphor. That's it.
Wait, that's
All
it.
right.
That's
That's a really
Detailed.
we
That's a
follow,
really
we follow
short,
a normie guy that has big aspirations
That's
that
all you need to know.
He wants to
That's-
steal a
that's-
big robot. or
Yeah,
mech.
I mean, who
'cause, you know-
doesn't want to steal a big robot? Let's
That'd
be
be
real.
pretty sick.
You talking about
I'd
the
love a
weird
big robot.
Transformers?
Transformer.
Those are
Yes,
Transformers.
exactly.
They're not
The
Transformers.
eyes.
Yeah, the one from the opening was
Transformation.
a little weird.
Oh,
we
yeah.
don't- get that.
Right,
What?
right, I remember.
Uh, Speaking of transformation,
Mhm.
I recently in class
No.
we were going
Wait,
over.
what did you
Starts
say?
with
Candace's
anime.
first thoughts
Speaking
yet?
about, yeah, we haven't heard anything about the anime.
Maybe I'll come back to this later. It's fine.
All right, Candace, first thoughts?
Just I don't even know, to be honest with you. Just like the
There's some
women,
boob-
they're
some
coming.
good
Like,
boob animation.
okay,
there.
yeah. The first we tried to watch it on I don't know what site it was first, and
Don't
then
say
it's
it.
like
Don't say
don't
it.
say
Don't say
it,
it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
that's why I'm saying I don't know.
I mean, I
But
think
it
you
just froze
genuinely
on
don't
boobs,
know.
and I,
Yeah.
I legit don't know. But it
Yeah,
just
it
froze
just-
on boobs, and then we had to try a second one. So like,
That's like the
times.
classic, like when you're watching a show or
Your
in this
dad
case an
walks
anime,
in and
Literally,
your
when we
parents
were
walk
Yeah.
in.
watching Keijo, my dad walked in and was like, "What the fuck are you?" I was like, "I'm doing a podcast. Don't."
I'm doing a
Yeah.
podcast. Don't worry about it.
See, Adam was
It's
horrified
fine.
later when I showed him. At least he didn't walk in on it, but I had to show him.
Yeah, my dad was like,
Now it's all corn
No
to him.
Man, I love corn.
I actually do
yeah.
genuinely love
Prawns.
corn.
I love
Corn's
prawns too.
Corn
Cream corn.
chowder.
Cream corn with
Mhm,
mashed
corn and
potatoes.
cream.
I'll ever have like Cajun
Mm.
seafood with like corn and potatoes and stuff.
Mm.
So good.
Yeah, a good
Yeah,
chowder
food
with corn is
podcast.
nice. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Patreon.
Hey,
Hey.
our cooking channel. Hey,
Cooking channel. Side
I'm
cooking
so
ready.
channel.
So
Alright,
they had the classic moment where girl falls on guy and guy is like,
Yep.
"What is this? So
yeah,
soft.
he just like
what?"
Except
what
this
is-
time he actually
what is
doesn't
this?
know what
He
they are.
doesn't know.
Yeah, it's not his fault. Yeah, he's
But
genuinely
I mean, she
like,
says
what is this?
nothing. She's getting groped, and she's just like, and then he
Well-
pushes her, and it's
They
like,
might not have a concept
Yeah,
of like
but-
sexual harassment in that
Yeah,
world,
exactly.
right?
They wouldn't know. There would be no
Look,
sexual
if
harassment.
someone grabs your foot, I would be like, "Wait, bro, chill." You
Yeah,
know?
why are you touching me?
Yeah, but like the visceral reaction would be less than what you would expect in like
Yeah,
like,
it's true.
like,
It's
like
true.
if yeah, exactly if a girl falls on a guy now and the guy's like, "What is this?" and just starts honking the boobs, like
Which he
yeah,
did
yeah,
do.
big reaction.
He did honk.
But like
You get that
like
on
that's I was just about to say I mean,
TikTok?
but
You're
in,
gonna have
if
an
if
out as
guys
a
are
honker.
if guys and girls outed as a honker.
We did sort of start talking this during the anime that is kind of a cool concept to think about, like if there was actually complete segregation, like
Mm,
how men and women would react to each other, because a lot of the stuff that we consider like sexual is because we decided it was sexual, right?
Yes.
So I don't know.
Mhm.
Well, generally speaking, especially if it's made taboo, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like consider like how much like consider women's clothing and stuff like that, right? Has been designed for such a long time to like or dress codes even, right? Like we got to cover up those boobs,
Oh,
and it's
those
like
shoulders.
Those
why?
shoulders, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
shoulders too. Yeah,
Shoulders
shoulders.
funny.
But
Shoulders,
even just the
come
concept, even just the concept of like men literally have nipples, but they're okay. It's,
Yeah.
the women's nipples though.
No, that's danger
Okay.
zone.
Can't
in
show,
Europe, it's more
can't show off
normalized,
those
though.
mammary glands. Well, the Germans have no issues with boobs.
No.
Yeah.
they're just-
There's cultures in
everywhere.
the world that like you don't wear.
Oh yeah,
tops,
there's,
you
Yeah.
know?
they're
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
It's just
Yeah. This is
I
a
remember
societal
my
construct.
my great aunt always used to complain about the German tourists in Greece because they always take their tops off, and she's like, "Those Germans, they do whatever they want to do," and I'm like,
Those dirty Germans.
"Dirty Germans," and I'm like, "We're Greek. What are you talking? Like,
Yeah.
what-
Yeah.
like, what- like,
you're supposed to be progressive. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, we are, but we also the thing is that progressive, but we do like find something wrong with every other culture because we're like the Greeks
Of
are
course.
better.
Of course.
Exactly, it's like
always.
those Germans.
The OGs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not big
to
on the
them
Germans,
Greeks.
you know. The
Yeah.
Greeks aren't big on the Germans, you know. Hey, we have recent history with
I was gonna say I can't
War
imagine
II,
why.
It's
Moving
no
on
big
from
deal.
our
Yeah.
nationalism of the podcast.
Okay, hold on.
thoughts
But
on-
Fine.
Hold on. The
we
shoulder,
need to
the
talk about
shoulder
more.
thing though, the not being able to
Yeah.
show the shoulder things. At work, this girl was like doing traffic control, and she had a tank top on. And a
Mhm.
guy hit the car in front of him, so now we're not allowed to wear tank tops at work.
That's so
Nobody's
dumb.
allowed to show their
That's
shoulders,
actually
including
so
the guys.
stupid. No,
Yeah,
fuck
'cause the
it.
guy
He's
caused-
dumb, and it's his own fault. Look at the
I
fucking
know, but-
road.
Wait,
I know,
so
he did an
I
investigation
hate
thing,
that.
like incident investigation, and it was found that
Yeah.
she caused it because she was
It
wearing.
doesn't
a tank
matter.
top,
It
and if there was
doesn't-
no
it
tank top
Oh,
wearing-
hold up.
matter.
Wait,
I
the
am
end of this
so sick of this
investigation
conversation.
said this investigation
That's
said
what
that
I-
it was
that's
her
what I've been
fault.
told.
The accident was her fault
I mean, he
because she was
probably said
wearing
he probably said he was distracted by it, which that
Yeah.
sucks. Don't
his
be a
fault.
trash human being.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
I
I don't know
know.
what to tell
Like,
you.
Yeah,
I
that's what
am
I've heard at
capable of
work.
driving a freaking car without being like, "Whoa, hubba, 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 whoa," right? And like jumping off.
Oh my god.
What?
I'm point this episode.
And now
Oh,
Steven's
God.
gonna start doing that when he's driving.
Yeah.
Can you imagine it?
His eyes pop out of his socket.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the noses start spurting out blood.
Yeah.
Oh, God. But like, yeah, it's stupid, the shoulder thing. Like, oh, it's so distracting. But yeah, like nobody's allowed to wear tank tops.
Yeah, those
But it's also like
distracting
nobody's allowed to
shoulders.
wear shorts because
Disgusting.
some guy decided to wear them while
Like
weed
short
whacking and then
shorts.
got the shit like cut out of his legs by rocks and
Oh,
stuff that were
okay,
flying.
right, yeah,
Down.
that's
You
Yeah.
do not
Yeah.
want to
I think
wear.
the wrong
in
situation to-
most like working on stuff,
Yeah.
you shouldn't be wearing shorts.
No,
anyway.
you shouldn't. But like
Yeah.
the
No.
guys
If
that
you're
weren't
like
working around that
gardening,
stuff
like the
would.
people like planting flowers, like
Yeah.
sucks. Yeah.
Like one time when I was working at a certain company that produces a certain type of metal.
That certain town.
Yeah.
Weird.
One that starts with beep.
Exactly, right?
Steven made me censor that shit like 6 times last episode.
He kept
it's a
saying
good-
it over and
it's a
over.
good
Oh my
Yeah.
god. We were
clip,
doing
though.
so good
It's a
with
good
not
clip,
saying
yes.
It's a
it.
good clip.
Yeah.
It's a very good clip. Did you guys see that clip with all the
No.
censorship in? Oh, you guys should check
No.
it out after the pod.
Okay.
Uh,
I listened to the podcast. I didn't notice.
How dare
Wow,
you.
how did you not notice? It's like
I was
So
listening to it while I worked on stuff.
Beep a chan up the ass.
Oh, maybe I actually muted it and
Yes.
watched other videos while I was.
but yeah, one time
Oh!
when I was working there,
Said place.
I was working at this place. I worked on the area where it's outside because there's
Uh-huh.
water.
Welcome to the cryptic segment of our
Yeah.
podcast.
Whenever we talk about home.
Exactly.
Oh,
right?
boy.
Like there's like an unwritten rule that you don't have to wear the full uniform when you're out there because like it's like 30, especially in the summertime when it's like 38. It's like if it's like 36 degrees, you have to wear like the full.
36 degrees there.
It has
Uh,
gotten pretty
it-
hot.
it-
It's been
it
hot.
gets hot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for like a
it
couple
gets hot.
days. It doesn't stay at 36 degrees
A
there.
few years ago, it lasted like a long
The-
During
time.
a heat wave, that's not the norm. Like the norm is
remember the heat wave, though.
26 there. I will die on that hill.
Jordan, remember the week where it was really there were a lot of fires and there was like
During a
ash
heat wave?
everywhere. No, there's ash
During
everywhere.
the heat
This is-
wave?
This is listen.
Heat wave?
No, I was texting you because no, hold up. We're
There's
talking
so
about the
much cutting
Stevens.
out.
We're
Yeah.
talking about the Stevens
I'm
memory.
going to cap your words.
While you're yelling,
You're cutting out. You're cutting out bad.
Tapping into the Steven memory right now. Okay. I was texting you. You were having issues because you weren't allowed to leave the house because of your
Yeah,
asthma.
I was in Cologne at
exactly,
the
right?
time.
Yeah,
I
exactly. It was that time.
During a heat wave. Yes, it was a fucking heat wave.
Yeah, but there was
Why are we
a week
arguing about a
There's a-
heat wave?
Yeah,
of,
dude.
like,
I don't. Half of the words Steven says.
Steven's a
are coming
robot.
there was literally a week and a
That's
half
fair.
of like upper 30s. I want to know why my mic is so
Yeah,
strong.
yeah,
I
there
don't
was.
know.
But, like that's
Yes.
not the
Anyway.
norm.
No, but it happens. And when you're
happens once
outside,
in a while.
it's bad.
Yes,
but you
okay,
have
It's
to be
also
outside
bad
for this
inside.
job.
Okay, continue with the unwritten
What was
rules
the
part.
point
We,
of
we got lost
The
past
point
that.
was,
Back
I
to the
was
story.
outside just wearing like a high vis vest and like the official the shirts that they give you, but like rolled up.
Mhm.
And I was
Mhm.
putting some steel strapping around some of this metal.
Mhm.
No way.
And when I went
Very
to go crimp
heavy
it,
metal.
when I went to go crimp it, the strapping like swung off like quickly and like slashed through my arm, like not badly, like it was only like a couple millimeters down, but it was it was painful. I didn't go to
That's still
HR
a lot
because-
for
Yeah,
for gas.
I didn't go to
Any
HR
millimeters
because
is
obviously HR is you know.
Oh, I go to first aid all the time. They keep making fun of me when I'm not on it for the month because I'm really good at smashing my hands on stuff. I still have a
Nice.
scar
Uh,
right here from smashing my hand. Like,
But if I'd been
months
wearing
ago.
the bigger shirt, if I'd been wearing
You-
the full
yeah, you
uniform,
wouldn't have.
wouldn't have got hurt technically.
Yeah.
Which is why I
You
didn't go to
beat
first aid.
me.
Mhm.
Yeah, but it's like 38 degrees. It would have been so hot.
Yeah.
Oh, you
A
said
long
36.
sleeve.
Yeah. Yeah,
it
the
was
story
like
is
36,
changing.
and I was at like 38.
Mhm.
36
God.
is like 38 in many ways.
Yeah.
It's just like
Mhm.
there's a 6, there's an 8. Like it's an extra little
Oh my
curve.
God.
You know, it's
Okay, hold
practically
up.
the same.
So,
Is
talking
anybody
about-
else hearing echoing?
No.
No,
What?
Not
No.
badly, like a
Always just me.
tiny, tiny.
Okay.
Wait, is
Okay,
Steven
so it's him going
still
cray-cray.
not muted
no,
in Discord?
I'm muted. I'm
Okay,
muted.
okay. So on the Vandread, which we've been talking about the whole time, very on topic, of course.
Hey, we
Yes.
got a good 5 minutes in.
We did.
Yeah,
Our
related.
question of the day, Candace,
Uh-huh.
of the everyday.
Uh-huh.
How many shots to keep watching?
Oh. I feel like we need to make a proper shot scale system. You know what I mean?
It's 1 to 10.
I
1 to
know,
10
but
not
it,
proper?
okay, but like after 5, I'm pretty sure I'd be semi-blacked out. So like
It's
after
not
5, it
actual.
doesn't really
It's like
count.
it's a scale of like it's a 1 to 10 scale. Like just say like 10
Or
would
just
be
using
you have to
alcohol
be
for it to be
really
fun.
drunk. 1 is you would basically watch it sober.
Keep in mind,
I
in
feel
future
like a
episodes,
4.
there will be lots of boobas.
Yes, there
I
would be
don't
lots
need
of
the
boobas.
boobas. I
Really?
can look at my own.
I mean, do
I
they
really want
animate
that.
that well? They have some good
No, they
boob
don't.
animation.
I don't think they defy gravity quite like that and like swang around. Like
Hey, you never know.
them things are banging in the friggin' intro. My God.
I'd like
They're
to
a
point out at
weapon.
this time that Vandread was the first anime I ever watched.
Yeah, I wonder why. Along with the sexy
And
lady
he
bent
was-
over
and
and
he was
posing
Oh.
during
on
the
anime
outro.
from that point.
It was like I just literally was on YouTube and I was like,
Saw the light.
And then he was
Here's
like,
one.
"Oh,
I was like, this is what they've been talking about the whole time? Well,
Oh my
golly
God.
gee.
man."
Guess I might as well watch it.
What
How
grade were
did
you
you
in
just
when
like
you watched
stumble upon it?
Grade 9.
it? Grade 9? Oh, wow, you
Yeah.
only started in grade 9?
I started in grade
Oh.
10.
Oh,
Watching
y'all are
I
late
just
weaves.
started.
Yep. No way.
So-
Well, when would I have watched it before then, you know?
Candace got
I
the
lived,
upper hand.
I lived in a
Yeah.
household that didn't watch any, so,
Mm.
you know?
That's true.
Same.
Steven knows all those Western cartoons. Like,
I mean, does Sailor
all
Moon
of them.
count?
No,
I am a
I
big
don't
Western
think watching
cartoon
anime as like a wee child counts because it was
Okay.
just what was on.
depends
you know?
on like
Yeah.
how invested you were in the storyline, though.
Yes,
Like,
I
I was
agree.
watching
And if
FMA,
it
and I was
reached out.
interested to like keep going and learn what happened
I think
in the world.
FMA still counts. I think like Sailor Moon and Pokemon don't super count as like if you watch them as a child.
I feel like they're
as
just
being, like, a
mainstream
weeb.
cartoons.
Yeah, exactly. They're like
I did have
mainstream
all
over
of the
here as well.
dolls though.
I'm not saying that if you watch Sailor Moon, you're not a weeb. I'm saying as a child, I watched Sailor Moon, and then I wasn't into anime until like grade
Oh
10
yeah,
still.
yeah, because
Yeah.
Yeah, because
on.
Sailor Moon was probably in the same sphere as like SpongeBob. Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
like it was
it's
just
just
on
a- it's
TV,
like-
and
it's
I'm
a-
like,
it's
this
like
is
it's
cool.
like- it's like a Saturday morning cartoon for you, right?
Yeah, exactly.
The old white
Same with, like,
TV
Dragon
and
Ball.
Teletoon.
Yeah, Dragon Ball 2.
Dragon Ball.
Because
I feel
there's a
like
lot of people
Naruto
who
was the
just watch
exception,
Dragon
though.
Ball and Naruto, and that's like their anime
Yeah.
experience.
I feel like, yeah, and I'm like, Naruto for me, I didn't watch as a child, so it still feels
Mm.
very like anime to me, but I'm like, some people did just watch it as like a kid's cartoon, you know? It has a special place in my heart.
My
That's
first,
my
I think like my
super
first real
binge.
introduction to anything anime was playing like that GameCube Naruto fighting game at
Yo,
at Yo's
I don't know
house.
what
Yeah.
that is.
Yo.
did you ever play it at my house?
No, I never did. I've only ever played it
What? I
once
had the
at his
GameCube
house.
version at my house.
It's so fun.
Dang.
That game was fun. Yeah,
I
exactly.
remember
The
playing
GameCube
that
one
at
was when I
someone's
played.
house too, but neither of you, though, like not yours or their. Who? I don't
Who's
know. My
Yo?
memories. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Last name
Type
Yo.
it in the chat. Oh,
Yes.
I got it.
Yes.
no,
Yeah, did you not get
'cause
that?
no, I didn't because I saw what he said.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. So we are on a time crunch today as well. Kind of. We're actually doing.
no, we
pretty
have
good
an
for time.
hour.
We have an hour.
Uh,
We're pretty solid.
We gotta gossip.
But
after.
I think it is time to move on to
Yeah.
Ouran because we're not talking about Vandread anymore. You know.
yes,
It's a
next
good
one.
show. It's not
No,
actually that
wait,
bad.
wait.
I
We have
like
our
it.
segment.
We're
first,
doing,
right?
we're doing, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
No segment then.
The School of Learning Basic Anime, things that literally everyone should know by now.
Degens. I
All
hate
the heads
that.
bobble at the same
What a
time.
jam! What a jam! I don't know if I don't. This
Please
is
pick a new
classic time.
Degens. Come on.
This
No,
is
the
this is
Degen
a
is-
classic time, honestly, where I'm not sure whether I actually write catchy tunes or if I just Stockholm syndrome myself into thinking they're good. Like, as-
Remember that one song you wrote that I still get stuck in my head sometimes?
yeah, okay, yeah, but that's fair.
All right, let's do the topic for today.
All right, so-
Mm-hmm.
Mysterious, like I can play it for you later. Um, it's pretty solid, you know.
Steven, did
Um,
you order a ring light, by the way?
Did I order a ring light?
Yeah, you need a ring light.
You need
No,
one.
I didn't order a
One.
ring
You
light.
def-
I
you
ordered
definitely need
one on Candace's request, so
Yeah.
now we all
Peer
have to
pressure.
have
Okay,
them.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll
Peer
get one
pressure.
eventually.
Okay, continue. Sorry. You're so
They buy
dark.
it from me for Christmas. I'm not that dark. This side of my face is dark because the
You're
light's
pretty
coming
dark.
from this way.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just
Yeah.
mysterious,
Okay.
Ooh.
Ooh. The bad boy.
Yeah, I get the bad boy vibes.
Teacher
You have to look really
Steven.
emo
with
who
the
Teacher
you are.
Steven, by the way.
with the poster
Yeah.
in my room that's made up of small pieces of paper that I printed out and then taped together and put on the wall.
Oh
That's
my
Do you have
a real
goodness.
sunglasses
bad
you can
boy.
put on right now?
Yeah.
No, I
Hey.
have sunglasses in my
Hey.
car
Ah,
for when it
would have
gets
been
too
such a
bright.
good
And I'm
bit.
like,
You're
I
like, I'm
can't
a
see.
bad boy.
Okay. Okay, Mr. H, what are you learning
Yes.
us today?
Yeah, I'm a
What are
bad
you
boy.
learning
Put
us?
on my safety goggles.
No, the bad boy would
Why do
wear
I
the
have them right next
glasses.
to my desk? It's like
Mine are right
safety
there,
first.
almost. I could almost grab them.
Okay, teach us about
yes.
the genre today.
So
Oh,
the
boy.
genre this week is mech.
That's what that was? Oh.
Yes.
Okay,
So
sorry,
those
there's too many boobs
Transformers.
for it to be.
Okay,
But there were
it's mech and
robots
something
and
else.
boobs, so
There's another
Robots.
Booby mech.
genre. There's
Booby
another
mech.
genre.
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
has
basically.
Booby
mech.
mech.
Booby
Actually,
mech.
yeah, Booby mech
Booby
is
mech.
actually kind of the
Oh. Oh boy.
Oh yes, but the
Okay.
quiz. Quiz. Let's
another-
move on. The quiz.
Wait, we
another
haven't.
genre.
Oh,
we
you
haven't
gotta teach
taught-
me first.
I gotta
before you
I gotta
quiz
talk
me.
about the mech
Good
first.
Lord.
But you started talking about the second genre. That's the quiz.
What?
I don't know.
No, I'm
I
talking about
wasn't
the first
paying
genre
attention.
still.
I
Okay,
made a
okay,
joke
okay,
about
okay,
booby
okay.
mech.
First genre.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
mech.
Yes.
So you know that big thing he got
know what
into,
we're
the
doing.
Sumoko fighter that like was with the chainsaw.
I don't remember
was a
being a
chainsaw?
The big human shaped metal thing that he got
Oh,
into that you said looked like a
that he's
transformer.
crawling on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a mech.
Yes. Yeah.
It's a
Like
mech.
the transformer thing.
Mech is a very
Yeah.
classic genre in anime. Probably what most famous would be Gundam probably.
Yeah, so I just sent a picture in the Discord just to demonstrate how important this is in like Japanese culture. Those
Oh.
are real ginormous statues of
Those are
mech
really
Mm.
cool.
in Japan. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
You may hate me,
it's a
but I don't
really
know why,
it's
but
a-
that made me
it's
think
a-
of Bakugans.
That's fair.
Bakugan.
Dude, I'm a good old
I love
Bakugan.
Bakugan.
You're
before.
Bakugan?
I
Gotta
had
roll
those
that
little
thing
balls
that
with
My
the
cousin
magnets.
had them, and then they just like
Ooh,
open
dude.
up.
Yeah, dude, I love
Yeah,
that.
that
shit
stuff was so
much.
awesome. Actually, that's a good time.
Okay, yes, Max,
That was one
continue.
good. But yeah, no, mechs are really, mech is actually like probably one of the bigger genres out there. Like considering how specific of a thing it is, a show in which it revolves around people fighting in large like metallic cyborgy metallic suits
Against the
is-
evil women. Yes.
Yes.
Some yeah against the evil women. Yes,
In this case, yeah.
In this
the
case,
whammies.
the women.
In honor
Um,
of Grandpa.
Yeah.
Honor of-
Grandpa, that was the best thing.
It's so funny.
good.
It's so funny. So for example, have you ever heard of Evangelion before? Probably not. But
No.
yeah, that's another very famous mech show.
I feel like what's the other one that's more famous? I feel like that's more
Gundam?
likely. Yeah, Gundam. There we go. It's
Yeah,
like I can't
Gundam's-
remember words.
Mobile Suit Fighter
Gundam.
Gundam, whatever it's called. Or...
I don't know what that is.
Was that actually in Ready Player One? There was a robot in it, a mech in it. I think it was from Gundam.
Probably.
Yeah.
But
Have
yeah,
you watched Ready
Transform-
Player One
Iconic.
yet?
Transformers is actually like
Pretty.
it's not quite mech because you don't
Pacific
get
Rim.
hit.
Because
You,
there's
actually, that's a good one.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
Pacific Rim
good.
would be a good comparison.
Oh, I watched
actually, if
that
you've seen
one.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
because generally speaking, almost
They're
always mech
man-piloted.
animes they're piloted by people. Is generally how it goes.
Oh.
Yeah. So like Code Geass, another good example of very good mech.
Yes, the Candace is very
I don't know what that is.
knowledgeable.
You guys
about
hit
it.
the
Watch it.
Western references.
Yeah, I don't know what you're
No,
talking
it's
about,
funny.
man.
Well, see, here's the thing. There's only like one or two big Western references that would work, whereas like there's a billion anime that are mech.
And
It's
Candace
like-
doesn't know what they are.
Yeah, I don't know any of them
are. Literally, it's just
A
people
man-operated
getting the big-
giant robot.
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
it.
That's
Okay.
what mech is.
All right.
Congratulations, you figured
there
it
are
out.
some where the robots are smaller or like shaped like
Yeah.
animals. Like it
True.
kind of varies.
Mhm.
Yeah, but the general concept is you get inside a large metal thing that has abilities and you pilot it.
That is generally
Sick.
shaped.
Oh my
I'd
god,
argue
planes
it's
are mechs.
generally
Planes are
shaped
mechs.
like No, I was just gonna get on that point that it has to be like shaped like a human or like a creature because
Yeah.
planes
Yeah.
isn't a mech. Yeah.
So lame.
Humanoid usually, most
Yes.
Lame.
Yeah,
And even when they're
humanoid
animal
is
shaped, they
pretty-
turn into.
Why don't you want pilots to be able to say they're mech flyers? Come on.
Oh, I got another reference.
Mhm.
Blah, 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 blah. Power Rangers.
Power
When they
Rangers,
combine.
yeah,
Oh,
that's a good
I
one,
used to watch
yeah.
Power
Mhm.
Rangers.
Yeah.
Yes,
Unite.
yes, Power Rangers. When they unite, you get that big
Yes,
dude.
that's right. I love
That's
the
pretty
sound
cool.
effect. Okay.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Mhm.
Okay,
So
now
Yeah.
there is a second genre involved in this
Uh-huh.
genre in this show, which you
Oh,
didn't quite
boy.
see yet, but
Just
In the
explain
ending,
the
you saw.
genre. Explain the
Yeah.
genre and then ask the name.
I'm getting there.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
getting
yeah,
there.
yeah.
I'm getting there. I have a
Don't
bachelor's
tell
degree
the
in
teacher how to
education.
give
I know
his
how to. I know how to.
Long-winded,
I know. Well, it's only long-winded because they're stopping me.
Yeah, we're
Continue.
cutting Steve out for
Rage.
once.
Continue.
So Candace,
Yeah.
at the end of this episode, did you notice how they all kind of had this weird thing where they're all falling backwards, and there's the girls and the boobs and the single and the one.
I was
dude
gonna say the
falling down,
sexy
you know?
ladies pose.
Yeah, sexy ladies and the one guy, right?
Yeah,
You notice that?
yeah.
So, in this show, because I'm assuming you're not going to watch any more of it.
No. I am
This one
not,
guy,
sorry.
this one guy, and all these girls are on this ship together.
Uh-huh.
It's just them,
Uh-huh.
one guy and a bunch of
Uh-huh.
girls.
There's
There
some
is
tension.
there's some tension there.
Yeah.
There's some
We
tension.
went
there.
over this genre before.
There's a genre.
In Candace's defense, in September.
Yes,
in September.
3
Now,
months ago.
now, I'll give you a hint right now in that
Uh-huh.
the last time we went over this genre, it was
Uh-huh.
actually the reverse version of this, where there
Mhm.
was one girl and a bunch of guys.
and it
Which
was
we
Ouran.
also watched today.
It was
Which we
Ouran.
also watched today, and there was just Ouran.
Does it start with an
Honey.
H?
Yes,
sure
it
does.
It does.
Oh.
I'm proud. Oh
Can
my
I get-
god.
can I get, like,
you know,
a-
I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
I feel like one of you probably let it slip earlier, but I'm not sure. I just remember an H word.
We
Play
should
Hangman
play
in the
like
chat.
Hangman, yeah.
Choo-choo, say a vowel. Say a vowel.
To be fair, I have been studying like water distribution for like 2 weeks. It's a 600-page
all right,
book.
all right.
My brain is full.
But you
Okay.
should be studying anime.
Like vowels.
Google
There's got to be an
instead.
A.
Priorities. There it is.
Oh.
How familiar are you with like the religion of Islam?
I'm just gonna go with all the vowels. E. What?
This is relevant. This is relevant.
Stop.
You ever
Oh,
bought
it's,
halal
it's
meats before?
harem.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there we go.
Good job.
There we go.
Why'd you have to bring up Islam?
Because harem, so it's a word. Harem is like
I know, but
stuff that is
still.
forbidden. Halal is stuff you're
my
allowed to have.
God. Oh my
Oh,
god.
man.
Okay.
Look, it's.
I
I'm
did
just trying to-
it.
Good
Bring it
job.
to
Between
you.
my
Yay,
in
10 out
between
of
my
10.
knowledge of water treatment and chemicals and pipes and trenching
Islam.
You retain
and vowels.
Islam. And Islam. Hey, did you know that today's
Oh,
the
boy.
10-year anniversary of the first mosque opening up in
I did not know
Prince
that.
George?
No, I feel like
/
that's
all of
the-
northern British Columbia.
That's a
Mm.
random fact of the
That's
day.
very,
Thank you.
very random.
Man,
Thanks,
that's
Rick.
Steven's thing.
All right. What's next? We're already
Steven,
almost at a half
random
an
fact
hour.
blank.
Yes.
Yeah, we should.
So,
We should
okay,
move on
let's
For
to-
Ouran. I have things to say about Ouran. So
All right,
Yes,
let's talk
go.
about Ouran.
let's go. Okay, what were your
Episode
guys' thoughts
8.
first?
Episode
Yeah.
8, by the way.
What were your
That was a
thoughts
lot of
first?
shellfish and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, oh my god.
Crustaceans. Yeah.
There's just
Me
like
hungry.
nothing
I
there,
want
and then
some-
like
cute.
I
want
want
some seafood.
crab.
Because
Oh.
they were filling it for honey. Because he wanted
Yeah.
to
Very
switch
adorable.
Yeah.
shellfish.
That is really cute.
Fuck.
Shellfish.
Fish.
She
Fish.
sells
Do the
shellfish by
tongue-
the
yeah.
shell store.
I don't do
shell
tongue
store?
twisters, okay? I can't talk.
This
Normal
wristwatch is a
English.
Swiss wristwatch.
I've never heard that. one.
Okay, so that was your accumulative thought was shellfish.
No, well, they had a cute moment at the end where
No,
they're like,
I
"Oh my
mean,
god," together. The end
You
is
asked
kind
for
of funny.
a thought.
I'm just going with
The
my
end is
thought.
funny.
So- yeah, the end is funny when they're he's got her blindfolded and the earplugs. They're like, "Wow, is it really like that?" And he's like, "No, I swear to God,
No.
it's not."
Honestly, making a complete joke out of Tamaki is kind of like perfect. It's done almost
does
every
some-
episode. He
Yeah.
tries his best, and they're like, "You're a pervert," and he's like,
He's like genuinely trying to be a good person. and it's just
"Yeah."
like,
He's like,
no.
"This will help you. You won't be a afraid of the thunder and lightning. And they're like, oh,
Speaking
Yeah,
of
it's like-
thunder and
Yeah,
lightning,
sure.
Haruhi going into like the wardrobe.
I have business in
yes.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see you later.
And then he's like, nobody has business in there. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Unless this is Narnia, in which case.
Yeah, it'd be
True.
funny if she was
Yes.
actually gone. Like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but when he
It's
opens the
an easy
door,
one.
episode.
It's an easy
why'd they have to
try.
do her so wrong with the long toes? It's like, why? All I noticed opens the door. Oh my god.
Maybe the animator of the show had a foot fetish.
Those were finger toes.
It's possible.
They had like 2
They're,
knuckles
like,
each.
long.
Like-
And that thumb, that toe thumb. Just like,
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
They
So
did it
anyways,
so great this episode.
I'm gonna tell you guys my opinion since y'all are talking about toes and shellfish.
Hey,
what
we
about
got
her
some of the
flat as a
service,
board?
you know?
So this episode in particular, I think it starts out really funny and it has a really good ending, but the middle
Yeah.
is like super unhealthily misogynistic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So
you're a
they're like-
girl. Why would you
Yeah.
stand up to them?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't.
You should
should.
apologize to
Yeah,
everyone.
exactly. So
yeah,
like, usually
apologize
Ouran,
to me for worrying me.
yeah, exactly. And the other thing is like, so they're like, oh, you should apologize to him. And then they have like a fake sexual harassment vibe to prove the point that she's a woman and should not
that was
should be
gross.
not putting herself in those situations. I'm like,
That
Kyoya,
was gross.
it's not cool. That's just sus. Don't do that.
No, because as soon as it popped up, I was like,
I know you were
what
so
is
you're like, what the
happening?
fuck?
Yeah.
That's
So-
nasty.
Yeah, Ouran usually like I feel like they usually do a good job of like kind of having that vibe, but then like someone else is like, what the fuck, you know, in the episode.
Yeah,
but this
there's, like,
episode
a
in
line.
particular, it's like a one-liner
There's
or whatever.
no
This episode in
line.
particular, they like actually feed into it in like a toxic way. They're like,
Yeah, because she's
"You
just
are a
standing
girl,
there. And
you
it's like,
shouldn't
oh,
be doing that. You're putting
Yeah.
yourself in danger. It feels like it's like victim blaming when they're like, you shouldn't have put
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
shouldn't have worn that shirt because it's too revealing. You were asking for it, you know? Like,
The
Yes.
shoulders.
the shoulders.
The shoulders.
you're usually
Rage.
so good. Why you gotta do us so dirty this episode?
Yeah.
But like she was in the room and then he just like turns the lights off. I was like,
Yeah,
that's weird.
Sus.
Yeah,
That's
it's
sus
a little,
as hell.
sus.
it was.
Sus.
The way that she reacted, being like, "Oh, you have nothing to gain out of it." Like, I don't know, that kind of moment. I was like, "Wow,
I'd
she
be
really does
kicking in the crotch.
understand." Yeah. No, I was kind of like that line. I was like, "Oh, she kind of does understand him. That's nice." But why'd you have to do sexual harassment
I
to make me be like,
know.
ah,
Yeah,
there, you know?
that was just
I don't know.
icky.
It was that scene, that episode is one of my least favorites because of that. But the rest of the show still continues on and is like funny and whatever.
Yeah,
Mhm.
just that was weird. That didn't
Yeah.
need to
It's
be
a
there, I
gross.
don't
It
think.
just feels kind of gross. Yeah.
It
Mhm.
does,
Yeah,
yeah.
just kinda, yeah,
icky.
yeah. Yeah.
Bad taste.
I'm a woman. I should be meek and just take what's handed to
Exactly.
me.
And just like these strong men will protect me.
And you know
Yeah,
what I
and,
always
like,
loved about
Tamaki
that?
was also like, oh, if you're not a martial artist, like you shouldn't be
Yeah.
doing that shit.
I know. What
Like,
does that
you
have
don't-
to do with
you don't-
anything?
That line,
Only
Right?
martial artists
No,
can
that
stand up for
line.
other people.
that line I feel like was almost okay. Like he was like, you should have left it to the people who are actually trained to fight. But
Yeah.
then
But
he
it was
followed
still
it up by
based on
by
misogyny.
saying you're a girl. He followed it up by saying
Yeah.
you're a girl. And I was like, Tamaki,
Hey,
it was
on-
almost
on
okay. Like
On
what
the reverse
fuck?
side too, like you
Yeah.
know, like it's not only is it like gross from the like, oh, what girls can't say everything, but it's also like,
Yeah.
as a guy, I would very much love to be meek and not interfere with anything because I'm not
mild-mannered.
confrontational at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I just want to be standing back there and be like, all right, buddy.
But it's
See you
also
later.
it's also the vibes like
Mm.
anyone should be able to stand up. Like if you
Mm.
see someone in trouble, you should like I don't know, be able to stand up for people and not be
Yes.
blamed
And
for
say
putting yourself
something?
in danger.
Like, I
yeah,
think maybe
Yeah, you know
if they
exactly,
were
right.
like, oh my gosh, you should have called for our called for help.
exactly.
Or
You should have.
something.
We like
Yeah.
then we would have
Yeah.
had
We were
numbers, not
nearby.
one person
yeah.
versus two guys. Yeah,
Mm. That being said, though, those sea urchins would have taken out that one dude like
for
Oh,
sure,
wow,
he would have
yeah.
been fucking down.
That's-
He had
Yeah.
two
he'd
of
be
them in his
down.
back.
He had
Yeah.
two sea urchins sticking out of his
And then
back.
he pushed her off a cliff. Like no. He would have been down for the count.
Hmm
Yeah.
Also, why didn't Haruhi just kick him in the balls? You know,
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Just
like you
You
have
know,
the power.
my
get him.
my sensei used to say that instead of yeah, kicking in the balls is a good thing, but the best to do is always aim for the pelvic bone because everybody
Mm.
has a pelvic bone.
True, very true.
Hmm
Yes,
Which is in the area of balls.
slightly above, you know.
Yeah.
Or if they don't know
Coincidentally.
how, inside of the knee is also a good part to hit.
True, inside of the knees.
He was
excellent.
in front of her. right?
Perfect.
They were
You can
facing
just
each
lift
other.
your
Yeah,
leg.
perfect.
and-
If his knee is there, you know,
Bang.
bam.
The inside of his knee? You
Yeah.
gotta like
Like
loop
the
behind him?
inside. No,
You're
like the
talking about the
inside
back
right
of his
here.
knee. You're talking about the back.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm saying
talking
inside
inside
as in
of
the
the knee,
bendy
yeah.
part.
Oh no.
To me,
yeah,
I'm like
we're-
this feel. Yeah.
Oh no,
yeah,
I
okay,
mean
yeah.
like
We're talking like the inner side.
yeah, like the
Okay,
yeah, like the
Yeah.
left, right, inside, like yeah. So it,
Yeah,
so
that
it
makes
so it
sense.
caves in the other. Yes,
Yeah.
because if you kick the back of the knee, it's just like oh
Yeah,
no, I'm
it's gonna,
kneeling.
it's gonna flex.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's literally the natural part of the joint. Oh no!
Now I have to stand up. Whatever will I do?
Oh.
Haru's a big like spinning roundhouse reverse kick hits him in the back of the knee.
Yeah.
Stands up
God.
again.
Shit.
fuck?
Anyways, yeah.
Anything else to say about
There were
Ouran?
some really funny parts in it. There were some really cringy parts in this episode, but
Yeah,
Oh,
like them
best
calling
for
her
me-
flat as a board, so she shouldn't wear these outfits.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
ruffles on
need
the
the
boobs, so it looks like
ruffles.
something.
My
the Prince
favorite
guy.
I think my favorite scene in the entire episode is when they're trying Ultra to figure out what she's afraid of, and Mori just has the harpoon pointed.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
It's like
Which is
Mori,
called
like
Mori in Japanese.
Mori
yeah.
is just called
Yeah.
so it's just a
And he
play
goes,
on words.
"Oh."
Literally one word.
Just I love how
not even a
Mori
word,
like his
yeah.
interactions are so funny, and all he says is like yeah and stuff. Like he
Mhm.
literally all he said was
Minimal
yes, and it
effort.
was
He's just so stoic.
so good still.
It's that like stark difference between the rest of the cast. I think that makes it
Yeah.
like so powerful.
Mhm.
And it gives that opportunity for like those jokes where everything else is like the super over the top whatever.
Mhm.
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah.
It's good vibes.
Good shit.
All right. Well,
We have a
talk.
new segment to introduce to the podcast.
Yay!
It is a temporary one, but it's for Christmas.
Oh,
I should have
forgot
wrote a
all
song
about
on
Holidays.
this.
You should have wrote a song.
I should write a song for next
Hey,
week.
hey. Yeah, I was gonna say there's next week.
Yes,
Mhm.
you can make a major scale jingle.
I literally I've written a Christmas song already. Just
Hey,
use that. It's
Ah,
fine.
there
You want to
you
know why it's a
go.
Christmas song? It's a regular song, but there's sleigh bells, so it's a Christmas song.
Steven,
my
we need you to
God.
do
It's
another
true.
another word introduction.
What's this thing called?
I don't know. Decide.
Decide.
What is that called? What?
welcome to our podcast segment. Decide.
Decide.
Oh my god.
Decide.
No,
It's a Christmas segment.
Christmas.
Figure it out.
I
Use
I
that.
wrote in the
Perfect
script
clip.
Christmas
Perfect.
talk.
It's a Christmas segment.
hold on.
Figure it out. You know what's
That's
There we
happening.
go.
Right this time.
Well,
time
that's
See
it.
some
down.
sleigh bells.
Yeah,
chorus.
yeah.
No,
Santa
Ching,
Claus
ching,
started.
ching. Ba-dum-bum,
Shut the door
ba-dum,
too
bum,
fast.
bum, ba-dum, ba-dum,
They just
bum,
overlay
ba-dum,
that
bum,
and the
bum,
words were
bum,
good.
ba-dum, bum, bum, bum.
Is
You got a
Adam?
three-man,
So sorry.
a
Yeah.
three-man a
Came
cappella
in
group.
and shut the door. So my Santa Claus that's like Santa up there is now telling a Christmas story, and I can't make him
Very
stop stories.
Hey, it's appropriate for the time.
It's part
It
of
really
the
is.
theme song.
He's joining in the podcast. Santa Claus is our fan.
Yeah.
All right,
Of
so
course he
He's
what
so
is our
loud.
topic this week? Topic giver?
We wanted to talk about when we start doing Christmas stuff, like decorating, listening to
Mm.
music, and all
November
that stuff.
12th. The
That's-
day after.
That's a pretty common one, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, John's being a
It's
day
a
after Remembrance Day is pretty
respectful time.
Exactly.
I do find that interesting though about the whole like respect for Remembrance Day thing, because like Christmas is not like
Disrespectful. Yeah.
yeah, like literally one of the most famous stories in
Santa,
war history
Go off,
was
King.
like
Stop slamming
the
the door.
like one of the most well-known war stories was the Christmas truce for World War One, right? Like that's a very
I don't know
well-known
about that.
story. How do you not know about this?
It's not well known enough.
I couldn't hear
It's
anything
so
over
well
Santa,
known.
if I'm honest with you.
Candace,
Never heard
Eugene,
that.
you guys have heard of this, right?
I couldn't hear you over
the-
Santa.
Sorry, I've been having a good time listening to Santa.
No, Eugene, Candace, you guys know about the Christmas truce, right? In World War One.
Where
No?
they didn't fight during Christmas.
Yeah,
Well,
they
I could assume
had
There was, like,
much.
they
I
had-
could assume
yeah.
that much.
yeah the like the Germans and the Brits / French, like they didn't fight on Christmas, and they said they had like
Yeah.
a soccer game between each other.
Yes.
That's fucking whack.
Christmas.
You'll
is
get
But like that's
Malaya.
just Christmas, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like I don't have any
Wild.
major issues with people celebrating, like starting to celebrate Christmas stuff before Remembrance Day.
Oh,
because-
me neither. Well, I
Well,
do, but not for Remembrance Day issues.
More just because of timing, and you're like, ugh.
Yeah, I'm like, why are you starting? Why are you starting in November in the first place, Candace?
Me?
What? You are one of the people. I'm like, I start
like
my
to sit
Christmas.
in my Christmas.
I put
den,
like a
okay?
Christmas tree out like the week of Christmas, and then maybe some lights and stuff. I'm like,
Oh, wait. Oh,
He's
that's the
insulting
Adam.
me for starting
I
a
thought you were
Christmas. It's not
fingering
for you.
Jordan.
That's for him.
it's like so much effort to have a
What?
Christmas. Ugh.
I would
Christmas
say,
doesn't
like,
slap that
I don't
hard,
think
you know?
understand how
I,
much I put out
I-
for Christmas.
Oh, I do. I've seen
Like-
it. It's just like
Why not?
Christmas dinner is the most important thing to me on Christmas. Like
That's
I will
fair.
spend all day cooking a slapping dinner, but spend all month decorating my house and then have to take it all down? Hell no.
It doesn't take like a whole month. It takes like a couple days.
If
A couple
that.
days.
couple
Jordan's like a couple
days.
days to put
What?
stuff up.
No, I put
Give me 20
I
minutes.
decorate for Halloween because it stays up all year. I'll decorate once and then my house just has spooky stuff all year
Oh
round.
my
Like,
god, why?
That's fair.
I don't know. It's
What
a
do
nice
That's
start.
fair.
Steven, when do you start decorating? And
Yeah.
stuff?
Decorating for
If
Christmas?
ever, yeah, or your family.
So
for-
so I don't decorate for Christmas because generally speaking, all the decorations in my apartment, because my room is just my room all the time,
Mhm.
are done by one of my roommates who actually is good at doing things like that because I have terrible eye for anything.
Mhm.
Now that being said, like it'd usually be kind of end of November, first week of December, first couple days of December when we start really kind of putting stuff up.
Heck no.
That being said, like for me, my Christmas timing thing is generally more revolved around when I start listening to Christmas-based music.
Mm.
Which started like 2 weeks ago.
Not quite. I was singing it. I mean, I sing
Yeah,
Christmas
you were
music all
singing
year
them a
round.
lot. Yeah, that's actually
All
true.
year round, I sing Christmas music. Which gets me in trouble sometimes. But usually, how it works for me is like last couple of weeks of November.
Do you
I
watch
won't
TV
listen to.
right now?
No, he wants to play Halo.
Oh,
Sorry.
come on.
So last
Does he
couple
have
weeks
a
of
headset?
November.
Mute it, please. It's not quiet. I'm gonna be able to hear it. So inconsiderate.
We got
Oh my
like
God.
4 minutes left.
Oh
Oh, we
my
gotta talk about the talk.
No,
We
we
gotta
have
talk about
to talk
Exactly.
about a whole
Okay,
lot
so-
of
Just
stuff.
Eugene, when do you start? Steven said never.
I didn't
I'm
even
in line
get the.
with.
Yeah, you're
Fair
taking
enough.
Okay,
too
Steven,
long-winded.
Well, because people are distracting in the middle.
Eugene, when do you
I
start?
can't finish the thought.
Okay,
Wait,
okay.
2 seconds. Someone interrupts it.
Wait. I will just say I do it
Oh,
around the
no.
same time as Steven, and now
Mhm.
Steven, you can talk.
Okay, so
There we go.
about 2
Short
weeks
answer.
before the end of November,
Uh-huh.
I'll start like listening to like Nintendo Christmas music, so like instrumental stuff.
Nintendo.
And then
Very
like
Steven thing.
like there'll be like in a lot of there's a lot of Christmassy type songs that come up in Nintendo games, like like any Mario level that's icy, or like
Oh yeah, that's fair.
the snowman song from Earthbound, stuff like that, right? But actual Christmas music comes in like kind of a week into December. It's not long-winded. It's not long-winded. I'm just explaining. I'm just explaining.
Age phase.
I am just.
Okay, but you should put
Remember
over
that.
when he's finally done the time it took for him to explain.
Yeah,
like
start
put
a
that
timer.
over when he says it's not long-winded. Too.
When he gets interrupted,
Oh,
start it up
God.
again.
That's a solid
Look.
like 5-minute explanation.
Look, it's nothing.
Okay, so
I feel
now
attacked.
we've all talked about Christmas. We're gonna talk about tact.
Yes,
Tact.
I was just thinking
Um,
that. Oh, Steven, don't look so
okay.
glum.
It's Christmas time.
I should eat some of these chocolates.
Please mute yourself while you do so.
Okay, so this
angry.
episode of Tact.
Look at
Trying
him
to think of what
chew.
happened.
They got
so
to
we
New
got-
York, and then they met.
Oh
the
Yeah.
yeah,
sister.
it was weird seeing
And then they got
the
them checked out.
contrast of like modern day like vibes. Since
Yeah.
like New York is untouched,
It
right?
seemed like non-apocalypsy like the other stuff.
Yeah, it was
Like,
cool.
the other stuff seemed kind of wastelandy.
It kind of also then brings in like the vibes how we were talking about, like it seems like the Symphonica is kind of involved in like this oppressive thing, and like they don't want to eradicate the D2s. They're like using them in some way because that's like their spot, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I don't know how it ties together, but that also gave me kind of the like, that's sus. Why did this place not get hit by it at all vibes?
I
you know?
know.
I'm like genuinely curious now if the Grand Maestro is like just a figurehead and there's all this stuff going on that he doesn't know.
True.
There
Because
must
of,
be
like,
because
Felix,
like
yeah.
yeah, Lenny and stuff. Where he's
Yeah.
like, because at the
Yeah.
end he was pretty cryptic about what's going on. He's just like, you need to leave.
Yeah, which was so fun for us. Now that we have to wait till
Especially
next week.
after the tuning forks.
Hey.
Yeah, they're like, oh, hell is
I'll
around
never
doing
look
some
at a
sketch
tuning
stuff.
fork the same.
Yeah.
Even scarred.
Why?
Liquid
Ding.
cat.
Oh no.
I saw a
Yeah.
funny tweet which was like, gonna sit
That'd
here
be-
looking uninterested
Mhm.
so that my cat comes and hangs out with me. Because if you want to hang out with your cat, if you exactly if you want to hang out with your cat, it will never come to you. But if you pretend like you don't care, it'll be like
Literally every
give me
time
attention.
Hard to get.
I'm trying to do something other than hang out with her, just
Yeah.
like the
Like,
not
wait a
showering
second, but
alone.
I
It's just like a
exist.
significant other.
Oh wow, no way.
Yeah.
True.
Gaming.
Yeah.
It was kind of cool, like the Takt.Op Destiny moment too. You know, they went out for the day, blah
Oh,
blah.
they smiled and
was
They
stuff.
smiled. They talked to each other, and they
Yeah.
decided that they're gonna keep fighting. That they don't
Mhm.
want to just like sit
I
around.
fight
Oh
for
yeah,
my
we didn't mention
friends.
that they got Takt and Destiny checked out, and it looks like they are like connected and they can't be separated. Like they're
Because they
symbiotic,
feed off
kind of.
each other.
Yeah. So
just
then they're
straight
like, "Yo,
vibing
if you
with
keep
each other.
fighting, y'all are gonna die. You can just have a
'Cause he's
chill,
got that big
normal
rash
life."
on his arm.
Yeah, and then they're like, "Nah, we're gonna fix the world. We want music." Woo. Yeah.
Well, we went through like the comments after, and there was somebody like theorizing that like the sister doctor person was
Mhm.
like lying to them, maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
She seemed kind of
Because
suspicious.
they did also say like the head maestro
Lottie.
person was like, we're gonna need them in the future. You know, when they're like
Mhm.
when
Yeah.
he was telling the other guy not to mess with them, he's like, we're gonna need them, so don't do anything.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Steven, you're looking pretty emo boy right now.
You are very, very.
He
emo.
switched tabs.
Your
Why
whole
am I
side
looking
of your
emo?
face was
He's
black.
He's
Still sad about
and,
the Christmas thing.
Just
I was
gotta
gonna say,
gotta get like that long strand of hair down here.
Mhm.
Yes.
Oh yeah, but
were you
yeah,
saying,
this
Eugene?
episode felt like a calm before the storm. Like
It
shit's about to go
did.
down.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
because it's definitely
100%.
a big transition. Like the first 3 quarters were very like, oh, look, it's so cute, and then
And
and
kinda
then the
like
music even
emotional
changed, and you're like,
vibes.
bruh.
Mhm. Then Lenny called them up and was like, "Shit's
You
about
need
hit
to
the
get
fan."
out.
Mhm.
Because he knew
Exactly.
something was happening before, because he's the one who phoned
Mhm.
them. And then he's
He's
like,
been
oh, you
moving
figured it out.
independently. Like
Yeah.
they've said from the start that he's been moving independently from like the
Well, in the last
Symphonica
episode
for
or
a while.
whatever,
Yeah.
they were talking about how he left because he didn't like how things were running or something, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lenny's the true good guy.
Yeah.
And
and
gonna
he's
die
a
next
thick
episode.
boy.
If it gets flipped
Oh.
and he's like not a good guy,
What if
I
It'd be
would
he's
be
like
so
the
sad.
one pulling the
super.
strings?
I would be
Mm.
super amazed.
no.
Yeah.
And that's why he wants
Yeah.
Tack to leave.
Yeah,
likes
because he
that
knows.
gets-
No, because Talk could fuck up his
Oh,
plan.
you're right.
Exactly.
Ah.
Exactly.
Oh, no. I don't want this to happen.
I
I
don't
want
want
Lenny
that.
to.
I like
I would
Lenny.
rather
I like
have,
Lenny
like,
so
a
much,
death.
and I love Titan
Yeah,
too.
I
was
prefer
gonna
that
say,
Lenny
I don't want
dies than
Titan
he
to do
be's the
that.
bad guy. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is that
Much
what you
rather
said?
Die for
have
the
that.
cause.
Yeah.
Man.
Sus. All we can do is wait. Adam.
Adam.
What did that say? What did that say? Adam.
Steven.
Well, I don't know if if you guys can hear him calling
Steven.
the people's names.
No, we can't hear him.
No.
That's good.
Thank goodness.
That is a very good thing.
Saying some
Not being
choice
nice.
words.
If you didn't suck so bad, you wouldn't die so much. You'd have to call the
Oh,
name.
true.
World star, world star.
Did
Wait,
we
what's
have-
that?
Oh, shit. Did we have something else to talk about?
To
No,
That'd
tack
be good.
about?
Yeah. Tact about it.
Tacked about?
Where else?
Ha
is
ha
funny?
ha. No, just the tea you're
Okay,
gonna
okay.
spill later.
No, it's my destiny.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
I'm really contemplating rolling the outro right now.
You should.
It was great
I mean,
talking to you all.
It's been 48 minutes.
yeah.
So we're on
It's
time,
been
right?
swell, folks.
All right. Any
Yeah.
last thoughts on tech?
Emo boy Steven.
I think
Uh,
we're
take
really
note.
like we're just
Yeah.
at a
Wait, hold on, one more
point like
Emo.
you know next episode is gonna be spicy.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, next couple
I think
episodes are gotta be spicy.
yeah. 10, 11, 12 are all gonna be.
It's almost like a
spicy.
classic. It's a classic like last quarter arc.
I
Mhm.
know.
Right.
As soon as this
It's like a
episode,
small hump and then a big hump.
yeah, as soon as Lenny
Yes.
called, I was
easy
like,
there.
Oh,
we're
they're
getting
starring
a 12
they're starring the
episode.
the climax denouement is coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is good. I'm excited, but also
Yeah.
like that means it's ending.
Which is
Fine, I
sad.
guess.
It's been a good show so far. Like a pretty
Mhm.
solid watch.
Yeah.
Oh,
Other than a
and
couple
Middle
episodes
I
lull
wasn't.
in the
The
middle.
middle I wasn't really into, but they
I
brought it
like
back
the
for
middle
me.
because it makes the end better.
You know what? I think
Because
if
took
it would have
so
been
long, though.
different if the whole thing was out and you just binged it.
Yeah,
Then the
it
middle
would've
would have been
felt
like
different.
whatever, right? But because like it didn't leave you a lot of let's see what happens next in those couple episodes, right?
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
very short attention span. You got to keep me interested.
Really.
You know,
Mhm.
how? Who would have known that?
Short attention span, no memory.
Never would have
Mhm.
It's a
thought.
good time.
Wild.
Jordan is basically just a floppy disk.
Goldfish.
Short attention span and no memory.
Same though.
2 megabytes.
2 megabytes.
That's it.
Yo. You
I
wouldn't.
don't even
you
know
wouldn't
floppy
copy
disks,
a
what the sizes were back then. There's certainly
Uh,
a standard, but I don't know.
Kilobytes.
How much memory
I should know because
Nah, probably not.
computer guy.
did a
but-
floppy disk have? The first 8-inch floppy disk had a storage capacity of 80 kilobytes.
Oh,
1986,
I was
But
right.
But 1986, IBM introduced a 3.5-inch floppy disk with a 1.44 megabyte storage space.
Oh, that was the
That's
hype.
so
Oh
much
damn,
data.
yo! I mean,
And-
that's actually really cool. Though. This is a complete sideway before we end the podcast. But when you think about how little data could be held on like the old like Nintendo and Super Nintendo cartridges,
Mhm.
like to the point where like you can fit literally like one image, like one JPEG image that you could upload onto Imgur right now we could almost fit like the entire
Whole game.
the higher game into
Mhm.
into that space.
Do you guys
right?
know about the what is it called? I'm bad with names. You know the old game where Space Invaders. I know words.
Yes.
You know,
Space
do you know
Invaders.
about like how it speeds up over time? Like it was the first game
Yes.
to have like progressive
Mhm.
difficulty.
Yes.
That was just because as you killed more of the aliens, like that was the normal speed, the end speed of the game. But it was bogged down when you had all that many aliens on
Oh.
the screen. They didn't have any code that made it get faster. It just got faster as you killed the aliens.
It's like
because,
Twitch
That's
chat.
really interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, that's actually really
Like,
funny.
that's super cool, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
This is
Well,
what
that's
I
like
think is
that,
cool.
that reminds me. This is again the last thing I'll say.
We need a gaming podcast.
We
Right.
do.
Why don't we just roll the
Uh,
intro and he says bye and then
Yeah,
explains
yeah.
it?
Yeah. So
Or
like
the outro,
it-
not intro.
like Duck Hunt. Have you ever seen how they actually did do Duck Hunt?
How they made it or how you play it?
How it works?
Like the gameplay or the code?
The actual like the gun for Duck Hunt, like how it
I-
actually censors.
Oh, no.
No,
I
I
don't
don't
know how
know.
it works.
So it's really cool. What they do is that when you press the trigger,
Mhm.
it makes the screen flash for a second,
Mhm.
and the duck itself is coded as just a black square.
Mm.
So where the duck is, there's a black square, and the sensor senses anything where there's not a pixel illuminated, which is why it doesn't. Which is why it only worked on old cathode ray tube TVs. It doesn't work on modern
Dang,
TVs.
that's kind of crazy.
Right?
Wild.
So for that, yeah. So like if you were taking a video of someone playing Duck Hunt and like slowed it down, there's a single frame which goes the whole screen white and one little small square black, and and it senses the black thing, which is something that's not pixelated, and then boom, it'll count as a hit if it sees the no white.
Super cool.
Interesting.
Right? Isn't that fucking crazy?
That's wild.
Anyways,
I think
that's-
they could do that
Hey,
that far.
Did
Yeah.
we decide what we were watching next week, by the way?
Maybe.
Ah, jokes
I don't
on
think we
us.
did. All right, I'll just
Make
do
something
the
up.
thing.
What? Try
Wait,
my
wait,
best.
wait, wait.
Jump on the
Wow.
ceiling?
Why don't we watch
It's a must.
Why don't I watch?
I spelled it wrong.
How about your lie in April?
No.
Music. We
No.
haven't done
Let's
music
do something
yet.
Christmas themed.
Kaon.
Christmas theme.
Ooh,
Christmas
Christmas
theme?
theme. Is
Oh,
there
I guess
anything
in a
that's-
couple weeks. In a
it's
couple
usually
weeks,
just
Yeah,
a
we'll do
Christmas
Chri-
episode.
we'll do all the
No, can we
Christmas
can we do
episodes.
can we do,
yeah.
can we do a Christmas thing in a couple weeks?
How
'Cause
we
then I'll
talk
be
about this
home
not on the podcast?
and I'll have
It's fine, it's
my
content.
Christmas sweater
Roll the
on.
outro.
I'll have my Christmas sweater
Uh,
on.
We're gonna watch some things next week.
Mhm.
Woo.
Yay.
Hey,
We figured
thank you
out.
for listening to 3 Degens and a Normie, where every episode is a filler episode. Next week, we will watch something, as well as the next episode of Takt.
Wow. Next
Ouran
week
has
we'll
the whole
watch
stuff.
something.
And yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Oh,
Hey!
He's not gonna jump at the ceiling.
hit that notification bell.
I can't wait for somebody to listen to that out. She's not gonna jump at the ceiling.
Stop
Where's that
Got
coming
the
from?
She's
laser
not gonna
pointer
jump.
on the ceiling.